for real, nigga. Straight up. Hey. If I sacrifice myself, will I go to hell? If I sacrifice myself, will I go to hell?
The devil, essentially, 66666 is, the mark of the beast, right?
Right. The devil, when I met him, and I hate to say I met him, but when I met him, it wasn't what Nas showed us. It was the illusion or I would say illusion of he was a friend more than he was that dude that Nas showed us. You get what I'm saying? The devil would come in my business partner form or come in your form. He would never come in his raw form to a person, period. You get what I'm saying? He always gonna come looking like somebody else, talking like somebody else, acting like somebody else.
2 Corinthians 11:14, and no marvel, for Sa'tan or Baal or Lucifer himself is transformed into an angel of light.
I mean, we did that shit. You know what I'm saying? We did that shit for real. Ain't no way you gonna be able to say 666 Mafia, 666, or none of that shit without actually meeting the man.
Breaking news, rapper Young Dolph has been shot dead in Memphis, the shooting taking place outside a cookie store. The store's owner says the 36-year-old entertainer was gunned down by someone in a vehicle. In 2017, Young Dolph was shot at a Hollywood shoe store after getting into a confrontation with a group of men. He previously survived another shooting in North Carolina. Young Dolph has had 3 top 10 albums on the Billboard chart. He's also known for collaborations with Megan Thee Stallion, 2 Chainz, T.I., and others.
So I'm going to be reading from the book, The Two Babylons, or the Papal Worship, proved to be the worship of Nimrod, by Alexander Hislop. Go to chapter 7. Satan, or Satan, equals the evil spirit. Isaiah 45:7, we know that the Most High controls the left and the right-hand side. The mystery of iniquity was to practice and prosper according to the work, literally, according to the energy, vibrations, or mighty power of Satan, 2 Thessalonians 2:9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So I'm going to read some of these highlighted points. I'm starting page 260. That Titan was actually known by the classic nations of iniquity to be Satan, or the spirit of wickedness, or originator of moral evil. We have the following proofs. The history of Titan and his brethren is given in Homer and Hesiod, the 2 earliest of all the Greek writers, although later legends are obviously mixed up with it, is evidently the exact counterpart of the scriptural account of Satan and his angels. Homer says that all the gods of Tartarus, or hell, were called Titans. Hesiod tells us how these Titans, or gods of hell, came to have their dwelling there. The chief of them having committed a certain act of wickedness against his father, the supreme God of heaven, the Most High, with the sympathy of many others of the sons of heaven, that father called them all by a Proverbs, if I'm pronouncing it right, name, Titans, pronounced a curse upon them, and then in consequence of that curse, they were cast down to hell and bound in chains of darkness in the abyss. While this is the earliest account of Titan and his followers among the Greeks, we find that in the Chaldean system, Titan was just a synonym for Typhoon, the malignant serpent or dragon, who was universally regarded as the devil or author of all wickedness.
If you're still out here doing these songs, you're still on tour. I do, but I don't take it for granted.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I mean, I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
It was Typhon, according to the pagan version of the story, that killed Tammuz and cut him into pieces like Osiris, right? But Lenticus, who was thoroughly acquainted with the subject, upbraids his pagan countrymen for worshiping a child torn in pieces by the Titans. It is undeniable, then, that Titan in pagan belief was identical with the dragon or Satan. In the mysteries, as formerly hinted, an important change took place as soon as the way was paved for it. First, Tammuz was worshipped as a bruiser of the serpent's head, meaning thereby he was the appointed destroyer of Satan's kingdom. Then the dragon himself, or Satan, came to receive a certain measure of worship to console him, as the pagans said, for the loss of his power and to prevent him from hurting them. And the last of all, the dragon, or Titan, or Satan, became the supreme object of worship, Tatiana, or the rites of Titan, occupying a prominent place in the Egyptian mysteries and also in those of Greece. Okay. Here then in Rome was Titan, or Satan, identified with the serpent that taught mankind, that opened their eyes when, of course, they were blind, and gave them knowledge of good and evil. In Pergamos and in all Asia Minor, from which directly Rome derived its knowledge from the mysteries, the case was the same. In Pergamos, especially where preeminently Satan's seat was the sun divinity, as is well known, was worshipped under the form of a serpent and under the name of Eclipus. I can't even pronounce that word. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. The man instructing serpent. According to the fundamental doctrine of the mysteries as brought from Pergamos to Rome, the sun was the one only God. Titan, or Satan, then was thus recognized as the one only God. Isaiah chapter 14, 12 through 15. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. And of that only God, Tammuz, or Janus, and his character as the son, or the woman's seed, was just a incarnation. Okay? Right here. Now everyone knows what was the name by which the Lord of Flies, or fly-destroying God of the Oriental world, was called. It was Beelzebub. This name, as signifying the Lord of Flies, to the profane meant only the power that destroyed the swarms of flies when these became, as they often did in hot countries, a source of torment to the people whom they invaded. But this name, as identified with the serpent, clearly reveals itself as one of the distinctive names of Sa'tan. And how appropriate is this name when its mystic or esoteric meaning is penetrated? What is the real meaning of this familiar name? Beelzebub just means the restless Lord. Even that unhappy one who goeth to and fro in the earth and walketh up and down in it, who goeth through dry places seeking rest and finding none. From all this, the inference is unavoidable that Sa'tan, in his own proper name, must have been a great god of their secret and mysterious worship, and this accounts for the extraordinary mystery observed on the subject. Okay, so this is the God of the United States, USA, right? Under Satan's authority. We know this is not under the authority of the Most High God.
I'm making deals with the devil, and I know it's gonna get me in trouble. I gave into the fire, I know I should have fought it. At least I'm being honest. I know that this is my fault, I should have been more careful. The devil's got some to me. If I sacrifice myself, will I go to hell?
Proverbs chapter 18 and 21. Put it this way. The tongue has the power of life and death, positive and negative. The stakes are high. Your words can either speak life or your words can speak death. Low vibrations, high vibrations. Our tongues can build others up or they can tear them down. An unchecked fire doubles in size every minute.
The whole idea of celebrity and fame has become really convoluted and, kind of bastardized, like whereas fame used to be the byproduct of success and now it's the ultimate goal. And if your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're going to do a lot to get there, like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil. Like you're going to end up on a one-way street and it's going nowhere. Like that's just the truth. I've seen so many people forsake their moral code and their value systems just for a little bit of fame, and it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's really not worth it.